Welcome back, everyone. It is the build-up to an election year, and while politicians go about their business, do they carry on with the business of the nation building, or that is relegated? What is the state of the nation? How is the economy doing? And how are the people faring? Let's get some thoughts on some of these national issues. I have joining me in the studio a political economist, a development expert, Professor Pat Utomi. Thank you so much, Professor, for being on the program.
I'm glad I could join you.
Let me perhaps ask you about one of the hottest topic in politics today is the issue of defections. What's your take on what do you see today?
Well, in many ways, it's sad because it makes nonsense of the political party process. A political party is supposed to be an agglomeration of people with shared beliefs. Some people call them ideology, whatever you choose to call them, but people have something that they passionately hold on to. And a political party is a rallying point. If you go from one to the other and back and to the other, it just makes complete nonsense of the process. However, it's a free world. People can do what they do, but it takes away from the seriousness of the process. But, you know, just so that people don't despair, I know many who are despairing about this and are saying this is a mockery of democracy and all of that. Perhaps it is part of that evolutionary process that will enable a crystallization of worldviews in the political party system. Up till now, it was hard to tell who was who, what was what in Nigerian politics. Now, with this process, the unseen hand might gradually be moving the people who are, well, trickle-down type people to one party, those who are people-centered to the other party. And maybe the APC will finally emerge as some of us who planned it, as a party of progressives, of people-centered people. So let's see how it develops.
So is the APC the kind of party, I mean, when you were designing, I know Mr. Wale Adun, yourself, Professor, the Vice President, you were one of those who drafted the concept about the APC. Is it living the kind of life you designed?
Well, these things evolve. And that's why I say this might be a blessing in disguise, because people who came into this APC family essentially in pursuit of power rather than purpose may find their purpose elsewhere, and people who believe in people-centered, welfarist kinds of ideas will remain in the APC to build a people's party.
I saw the ideology that you've designed, the template for the APC before the merger, and I remember that I interviewed you about some of these issues. And the big question here is the fact that you designed a party of a left of the center.
Yes.
Is that what the party is right now?
That's where the party is,
is
moving towards.
Welfarism is at the heart of it.
Yes, if you look at the kinds of conditional cash transfers and those kinds of, this is a wealth-creating move from bottom up. And you're going to see an entrepreneurial capitalism evolve as the ideas percolate. Because of power, all kinds of people came in, diluted where the party was designed to go, but maybe with them moving away, the party will focus on the people and build a truly people-centered progressive party.
Because the defections issues and what people are talking, especially those who are aggrieved and left the party, they talked about how they've been marginalized, how they've been left out, and some of the fractions of the party, that came into the formation, how they left out those, especially those who benefited to the power at the center, how they left out some of the members of the family.
What benefit? When people talk about benefit and talk of themselves, then they miss the whole process. The benefit is supposed to go to the people. When we are driven by self rather than purpose, then we are not leaders. Leadership is other-centered behavior. It's what we can do sacrificially, giving of ourselves for the good of others. But when it's about me, myself, and I, you're not a leader.
From your experience, Prof, the likes of Saraki, Kwankunso, Tambuwal, that have left the party, isn't that a disaster in the making for the party?
I don't like to go personal. I like to stay with ideas, with issues, with policies. I think that people matter, but this is about principles. You know, one of the ultimate deadly social sins, as Gandhi gives us, is politics without principles. I'd rather stay with principles. Let our principles determine who we are, rather than a certain love for what will give me instant gratification of holding power.
Because the question that a lot of people will be asking the APC is that, is the nation better than how it was when they got into power?
And that's when people begin to learn about how things evolve. I listened to a remarkable...
Does the average person on the street understand the involvement?
But
they have the patience?
you know, I listened to a wonderful homily this morning in church, actually, about how when people leave a place of torture, the immediate period is challenging. You leave Israel, you leave Egypt, and you get into the wilderness, and you know you need to be put in the proper place ultimately. And so we began a process of transition from what was wrong. It looked scattered, but maybe gradually now things will begin to settle, and we can focus on the people. That's what really matters.